Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode where we will solve the Physics IGCSE 0625 poorly answered questions for you. We're continuing with our May-June 2018 series today. So today's question is question 29. Let's have a read through it. A piece of wire is 40 centimeters long and has a diameter of 2 millimeters. Its resistance is 0.3 ohms, and which wire of the same material has a resistance of 0.15 ohms? That means that the resistance has been halved. Now, because the material is the same, that means that rho remains the same. Now, we know the relationship R is equal to rho L over A. And from this, we know that R has a direct relationship with L and R has an inverse relationship with the area. Now, we also know that the area, because your wire is a cylinder and the cross-section of a cylinder is a circle, the area in terms of the diameter is given by pi d squared over 4. So A has a direct relationship with d squared, not d. So let's have a look at these options and we'll work through these options. It's more like a trial and error situation. So let's look at option B. Go to the next slide for that. So in option A, the length has been halved, right? So that means that my resistance is going to be halved, but at the same time, my diameter has also been halved. So putting that into the square, I end up with d squared over 4. That means that my area is also going to be divided by 4, which means my resistance is going to be multiplied by 4 because it's an inverse relationship. So if I look at this, the end result is that the initial resistance, initially it will be halved, which is good because we get the 0.15, but then because the area has also been reduced by 4, then the overall resistance would be actually 4 times 0.15. So A is not correct. Let's look at option B. Let's try to use a different color. So now the length has also been halved, so that means my resistance will also be halved. But at the same time, my diameter has changed, so I put it in here, 2d all squared. Remember, it's a square relationship, so I end up with 4d squared, which means that my area is going to be multiplied by 4, which means that my resistance will be divided by 4 because of this change in diameter. So the end result is that my resistance will just decrease. So it's going to be halved first and then it's going to be divided by a 4 another time. So B is also not correct. Let's have a look at option C. So I'll use a different color for that. So now the length has been doubled, so my resistance will also be doubled. And then at the same time, my diameter has changed, so d over 2 all squared. So we end up with d squared over 4, which means that my area is also going to be divided by 4, but that means that my resistance is going to be multiplied by 4. And the end result over here is that my resistance is just going to increase. So it's going to be multiplied by 2 and then it's going to be multiplied by 4. So it's going to be much more than 0.15 ohms. So C is also not correct. Let's have a look at option D. So now my length has been increased by 2. So very good. My resistance will be increased by 2. And then my diameter has also doubled. So that means that I get 4d squared, which means I have 4 times the area, and that actually means that my resistance will be divided by 4. So what is the net effect over here? That first my resistance is being doubled and then it's being divided by 4. So I end up with the resistance just being halved from the initial resistance, which basically means 0.3 over 0.2, which is 0.15. So that makes the correct answer option D. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. Alright guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back with another episode very soon. Take care. Bye bye.